information on today's schedule of events. Bear with me 1 second. I want to catch up with Elizabeth. Let me have those, please. The days are running together, so my apologies. As you know, today we have the Janaza prayer service at Freedom Hall that begins at 12 noon and will last approximately 30 minutes. Freedom Hall's doors will open today at 9 a.m. The Janaza service has been expanded into the North Wing as well as the Kentucky Exposition Center. With overflow at Freedom Hall, over 16,000 tickets have been picked up. Attendees should still enter at Freedom Hall, and they will be directed into the North Wing. In a minute, I'm going to have Joy Wagner come and update you on a few things, like whether we're sold out or at capacity, and sold out isn't the right word, based on things that have been going on. An update on the processional, because we've had a lot of questions on that. It was important for Lonnie to make sure that everybody knew as Muhammad's body was traveling. And so we will be leaving the 80 Porter and Son Funeral Home at approximately 5 a.m. this morning and traveling Bardstown Road to Interstate 264 to the fairgrounds. It's a very short procession, and it will only be the hearse and police escorts. Couple of things that are changes. The details on the pool camera and the procession, because there's been so much interest in the procession, and we believe that with beautiful weather, we'll have lots of people attending. We have added a pool camera, both for television and for print, that will be in front of the hearse. More information will be sent out to you this morning as to how you may be part of that pool. So just to provide an update on the number for the attendees, we'll have 16,000 attendees at the Janaza Islamic prayer service at Freedom Hall, 15,500 attendees at the memorial service at the Yum Center, which is at capacity, a total of 31,500. This afternoon, two things will be released. The official lineup, as official as it can be. Lonnie is going to give each of the children an opportunity to speak if they wish. And honestly, we may not know that until the time of the service. Also, we'll be releasing the Muhammad Ali official obituary. On Friday, one other point, and this is for my friends in television, my TV friends out there. And this is a request from the Ali family. Once we enter Cave Hill Cemetery, the cemetery will be closed to everyone. And those who are not attending the burial of Muhammad Ali will be describing it to you pre and post to the media that are interested. But please use discretion, and we would encourage you not to film the burial service from afar, from your helicopters flying over the cemetery. The cemetery itself will be closed, but we're going to strongly encourage you and ask, please, that you not film from the helicopter. The Muhammad Ali Center reception, as you know, on Friday, the Muhammad Ali Center will be closed in anticipation of over 1,000 guests for a private reception post the memorial service. That at that reception, there will be two presentations, very brief presentations to Lonnie, one from the U.S. Olympic Committee and one from the World Boxing Council. We will make both of those presenters available to the media later that evening at a time to be specified, but not in the center. We will have decided to allow one pool camera just for Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher's remarks at the reception and the presentation of those gifts. At this time, I'm going to bring up Joy Wagner just for a quick update on operations of today's janaza and tomorrow's memorial service.
Just to give a quick update, starting with the janaza today, we do have some tickets left. So that is going to be open if people are still looking to come out today. Those doors do open at 9 a.m. We expect the janaza to be wrapped up by 12:30 today. As far as the KFC Yum Center tomorrow, reminder those doors will open at 11:30 a.m. As just the mayor said yesterday, please be patient with all the traffic tomorrow and provide yourself to get down there as early as you can. If you do have a ticket and you do not want to get in the traffic, we suggest that everyone go out to the Fair and Exposition Center and please take the free shuttles. As far as the tickets, it is a sold-out event. We are encouraging guests that are downtown that still want to watch that. They can go to the Belvedere and be a part of that celebration and watch that event. Also, just to reiterate about the tickets, just out of respect to the Ali family, we are just reminding that scalping is illegal. Please do not put those tickets on any online website. We have a team working with these websites to shut that down. So we just want to say, please, out of the respect of the Ali family, do not do that. Any other updates, we can ask questions later. Thank you.
And at this time, I'll take questions. This will be a short update. There'll be a longer update at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning with the latest information. So, any questions? If not, we'll. Yes, ma'am.
Even though the Ali Center is closed tomorrow, can we still be live alcohol?
That's a good question, and that's going to be a security question at this point. We'll have a meeting later this morning. We've got to meet with the Muhammad Ali Center staff, with security, federal and state and local, and make that decision. Anything else? Yes, sir.
The processional route, I just want to verify, when it goes south on 34th, it is going to go to Grand, go past the childhood home to 28th Street and go north to Broadway and then head back east. Is that correct?
No. It's going to, so he asked the route of processional as it passes the Muhammad Ali's boyhood home. It's going to pass the boyhood home and then go back north on 32nd, and then it'll head east on Broadway. So about 2 blocks up. So it's going to take a short detour in for the boyhood home and immediately turn and move. Anything else?
The list of speakers or the schedule, I know you said that. Could you repeat what you said earlier about that?
Yes, so he wants to repeat the question about the list of speakers. So the speakers that I gave you yesterday, the speaker list is complete with one exception, and that is that Lonnie has decided this morning to give any family member that wishes the availability to speak at the service. And that, they may not decide that until literally we are walking on stage. I'm hoping they'll give me a little notice in the morning, but that may not be possible. Yes, sir.
Is the list of pallbearers finalized? So can you repeat?
Sure. Yeah, and he's asking about the list of pallbearers and if they're finalized.
Is this posted somewhere?
Yeah, they are not posted as of yet. They will be posted, but they are complete. It's always good to have folks beside me that have the information. Cool. Kamali Ali, Ivan Ali, Gene Dibble Jr., Jerry Ellis, John Grady, Lennox Lewis, John Ramsey, Will Smith, and Jan Waddell. No other questions. Thank you very much. We'll see you at 7 a.m. in this room tomorrow morning. Well, one in the back, I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
Are you guys going past the Ali Center on May or just straight to
I'm sorry, can you?
Are you Are you guys going past the Ali Center on Main Street, or are we just going 64?
Are we going past the Ali Center on Main? No, we're not. So we're going to be on Interstate 64. So that is the only place that the procession will come to a brief stop on the interstate, right in front of the Ali Center.
Can you talk a little bit about today's ceremony, just a little detail?
A little detail. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up Dr. Timothy Giannotti to talk a little bit about today's ceremony and the detail. I think that would be appropriate at this time. You said he's had his coffee this morning. He's ready to go.
I'm sorry, one other question on the pallbearers. Yesterday you had mentioned George Foreman, Larry Holmes, and George Chavallo as pallbearers.
Honorary pallbearers.
Honorary.
Honorary pallbearers,
Thank
yes,
you
sir.
very much.
Uh-huh. And not Kathy.
No,
Excuse me.
the problem is that afternoon fasting effect, and so it makes it difficult to put words together in the afternoon. So the prayer that we're going to witness today is an atypical Islamic prayer, meaning that it's a special kind of Islamic prayer that does not involve the postures, the bowing and the prostration and putting of one's forehead on the ground. This is a standing prayer with very little movement. And it's a single prayer, but it's broken into 4 parts. Each part is punctuated by the prayer leader, which will be our dear brother Imam Zaid, raising his hands and saying, Allahu Akbar, which means God is greater, God is beyond. The first space after the first pronouncement of Allahu Akbar is a recitation of the first chapter of the Quran. So essentially it's a prayer of praising God and a request for guidance. After the second Allahu Akbar, then there will be prayers for blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad and his family, just as God has blessed the Prophet Abraham and his family. The third space after the third Allahu Akbar signal will then lead us into personal supplications for Muhammad Ali and for asking for God's forgiveness and God's mercy for the champ. And then the fourth Allahu Akbar is asking more generally for God's mercy and God's forgiveness upon all those who have died and upon all those believing souls who have gone before us. And then finally, as all Islamic prayer does, the prayer will end with a wishing of peace to the right and a wishing of peace to the left, because the prayer then brings us back to our moral and ethical obligations to one another. So that's a brief description of how the prayer will go. And the prayers will be said in those spaces. The prayers will be recited silently and not out loud.
Anything else? Okay, thank you very much.